Hello and welcome to a solo look of Massive Chalice. I pre-ordered this game, well, kickstarted it actually, after just kind of enjoying Double Fine stuff for a while. I had already kickstarted Broken Age, well, at that time it was called Double Fine Adventure, and they had not yet released it, but it looked really good, and then they announced Massive Chalice, and I couldn't really say no. Uh, Now it is in early access beta, version 0.90, and then a bunch of other crap. So it's pretty far in development. I assume it's pretty representative of the end game, but maybe not. I'm just gonna have a look. I know very little about this game except for what the Kickstarter said. So I've loaded it up here and basically seen nothing so far except for like this screen and the next one after it. So here we choose some basic setup, which is the names, either thematic or non-thematic, which is basically serious names or silly names. I'm actually going to choose both because I want an occasional laugh. And then there's also balanced start, which basically just ensures you start with every character class instead of getting random ones, which could be like all of the same. What classes do, I don't know. I assume it seems like an XCOM meets, medieval time type thing. So I don't know what this is. I'm selecting my Vanguard. I guess I see. These flags are largely Kickstarter backers. If you were at a certain tier, you could actually choose. You could create your own sigil to go in here. I did not kickstart high enough to do that, so I'm just going to look through a bunch of people's sigils and see if there's one I like. This is just the C's, actually. There are a lot. Wow. So, hopefully somebody's made a really cool looking one. Like the stag one's pretty cool. The wolf one's also pretty cool. There's two wolf ones. I guess wolf is a standard object to make sigils out of. Yep, so are the stags. So, I guess there were just some base stuff that you could combine. Kind of like Minecraft flags, but looks a little bit more advanced. You could choose placement and everything to a greater degree. Ooh, I like the wolf/goat looking wizard. That's pretty cool. What else we got going on here? Death! That's a pretty cool looking one. And the mic just popped. I'm sure you all enjoyed that. Let me move the mic down just a little. Maybe that'll be a little bit better for you. So, what else do we have? Deaf Wolf, Demon, I don't know. Like, where's a, show me the cool one? Oh, not many Qs, surprisingly. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like a bear. Let's see. Oh, this stuff over here changes when you select something different. Pumpkin, Petita, Motto, Pounce and Purr, Battle Cry, Meow. Huh. So it's like a cat themed. Like Z is always a cool letter. I got like a Triforce going on there. This is actually taking way longer to just start the game than I was expecting. Because there's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, look at this pissed off looking rooster. That's actually pretty badass. Oh, what else we got? Who knew a rooster could look so badass? This luchador looking thing. Oh, that's weird. I gotta pick something eventually. There's just too much choice. Too much cool choice. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a good combination of other things to make one cool looking thing. And this bee may... No, I think that's a bee and a sun separately. It's not a big combination. I do wonder how much they let you play around with this stuff and combine things. Because there's lots of cool things you can make. I need to choose something. Where was that? There was one that I thought was pretty cool back here, and now I have forgotten. Oh, this guy. For no good reason. Oh, but it's not English. Sure, we're gonna go with the rooster. It's cool looking. Badass rooster. Wait. Do I have to... I choose multiple houses? Okay. Random then. Confirm. I don't like that one very much. That one's simple enough. I don't know what any of this stuff means, but we're gonna go with the bunny. Just randoming until I get something interesting. That's pretty cool looking. We'll go with that. Some sort of a Soviet bear looking thing. Alright, there we go. There's our vanguard, whatever that is. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah? Great.
Now, take command and search
Whoa.
the area.
Okay. So, tab cycles through heroes, that's pretty normal. 1 through whatever, use the skills. WASD to move the camera around. Z brings up hero information, that's an interesting key for that. F means, adjust melee position. Space is confirm and start stop timeline, which I assume means pause time. And R and T is zoom, but so is scroll wheel, of course. Home is center selected hero, that's a little weird, being all the way over there, and end is in turn. Yeah, they can work out these keys a little bit better. Alright, so that seems pretty straightforward. Pretty normal controls there. So, space? Okay. So, this game is, my understanding, a lot like... oh, why can't I remember the name of the game? I have a terrible memory. That game, what with the XCOM, that's it. It's a lot like XCOM, which I think I actually said now that I think about it. XCOM meets medieval times. So character movement is all grid-based. The big difference, which I think is a positive, is the characters come and go. They die on a regular basis, they're replaced with their children, and they live, you know, however long of lives they live. And for me, that's a huge benefit, because XCOM, I got way too attached to my characters. You know, as far as I was concerned, I brought them from childhood to adulthood, practically, in the game, and when they started dying, I was very unhappy. So, I confirmed the move. That was what, enter? Okay. So I can't clearly see around walls. That's interesting. I was hoping I could peek around easily. But what? Okay, that's outlining it because it'd be running around. Alright. So, what's his movement range? Like, it takes 1 to move there? Is that what that is? Oh, they've got like 2 squares, so that's their 2 actions per turn. I see. And so now he's got 1 more action. I'm gonna set him up here at what appears to be a good vantage point, so that hopefully he can see something. Because he's got a crossbow, so I assume he's range. This guy has claws on his hand, which, ooh, you cannot zoom in at all on those things. Anyways, claws are hands, so I assume he's melee only. And I see nobody. He finally saw an enemy.
We can't tell you much about the cadence because not much is known. It's old, first sighted centuries ago. It cares only for destroying our nation with its corruption.
That's where bombs like you see here come in. Think of them as attack dogs the cadence creates to spread corruption in the world.
So this appears to be like a battering ram. I was thinking maybe it was like a ray gun or something, but I guess not. So, go. So it's like if you double click, they'll go instantly, but if you don't do it right, they just kind of get stuck there. I'm not too sure what's going on there. How do I? That's right, WASD. So he's a sneaky guy. His range is 11. Okay, so I assume that's 11 cubes. I'm just gonna go right in. So now it's their turn. Is it like an Overwatch? I don't see one. So this is each person, I guess. So I get one person from each sigil I chose. That's interesting. Alright. So if I move you here. Oh, there's a bunch more of them.
Seeds. Arguably the lowliest of pawns are more nuisance than menace.
But if you're going to remember one thing, don't let those runts form a posse. Keep them apart.
Otherwise it'll be like when caber jacks get together at a tavern.
Hey, effective.
How about that, eh?
One down, untold millions to go.
So this guy has a flask, evidently. I don't know if it's 5 and then I have to buy more, or if it's 5 and then, like, every battle I get new ones. Oh, he's an alchemist, so that makes sense. So, oh, so that's probably, that might not be an attack claw. It may be like a net for throwing. So, what's my range on this guy? So, I don't know. He does have a base range of 1, so I guess it is a claw. But his throw range is 7, which means I can throw out to there. Then if I move here, I should be able to throw... Yeah, I can throw right on him. Which would have been better to use when the other guy was alive, but I did not realize that at the time, so... Confirm. Hey, took them all out. I assume there are more. So this guy, once again, yeah, none of his attacks have range. Alright. Makes sense. So these two guys are my heavy hitters. So I noticed that they have experience, but they also have an age. What I didn't pay attention to is if they age up every single turn, or if they age up slowly, like between battles or something like that. Alright, so this is my ranger. So if I said stealth move, what's the difference? Okay, so if I tell him to stealth move over there. Ah, he is well hidden.
Cadence cowards. They'd rather stay back and snipe at you than fight up close.
Be wary. If your heroes are hit, they may forget some of their combat training. The mind is just as vulnerable as the body.
So you're gonna go behind. You two are gonna stealth move, I think. Oh, I gotta. There's no good cover to attack that thing while stealth moving. So I guess what I will do is get out in the open, cause fuck it. These guys are gonna die anyways. So I can hit him, but as soon as I do, I assume he's gonna be mad at me, and he's got 20. Well, these aren't my lives, they're these guys' lives, so screw them. Alright. So I've got to get my thrower up there. What's his life? HP, or 8 HP, okay. He's gonna move here. Okay, so this guy's 30, so it looks like maybe they kind of have random starting healths. Alright. So I kind of got my hard hitters in the front. I'm hoping that that will be enough that they'll... Ooh. Ah, that wasn't too bad. Oh, but it took 8. XP.
They belong to
Interesting.
heroic bloodlines.
Oh yes, we forgot to mention, normal humans cannot survive even a single touch from the Cadence, but because the bloodlines of your heroes are attuned to us and have our power flowing through them, they have a fighting chance.
Okay, so let's we get low attack damage that knocks back and stuns enemies. A regular attack which does 11 to 15 damage. I'd rather get rid of this guy and be sure he's dead.
I see my advice is paying off.
Oh, he like blew up. I didn't look like he did any damage though. Maybe he did, and I didn't notice it. But I think he just pushed everyone back. Alright, so you obviously attack him. Oh. Now we find out if I can shoot through. I can. Okay. So now we look for more. I should have not moved into the open. Whoopsie. Alright, so now we're gonna go with you. Stealth move. Really? I can't stealth around this thing at all? Come on, game. Don't be lame. I guess I'll run here. Not ideal. Oh, it's gonna hurt. So he must be the only one they even know exists, so I can definitely kill one of them. I could probably kill both of them. Let's attack this guy. Wait, two? Aw, he fucked up. That was his only attack? Uh-oh. That's not good. So evidently attacking is your one shot, basically. So better make it count. So that guy's probably already dead, and there's not much I can do about it, because I don't think I have any healing items. Ooh, I got a +1 by him. Oh. So I unlocked a new ability on this guy. He's now got a charge, which goes in different directions, in straight lines, though. Only in straight lines, so that's interesting. Fortunately, the only thing I can do is run up there and be a target for them. This guy cannot even get in lobbing range without using all his moves. This one, I wish I could tell. The range is 11. It might be okay if I could go straight, but I don't think I'm far enough over to do it, so... Oh well! We're just gonna have to sacrifice that guy. Ah, those guys really suck. Level lost. Oh, he went back down. That's interesting. Yep. That was gonna happen.
Bound to happen sooner or later, so you should get used to this now. There'll be a lot more before we're done.
Remember, they're fighting for something bigger than themselves. Persevere and honor their sacrifice.
So I really feel like I need to get rid of him, but this guy is not going to be able to do it, because he cannot get up there in time. So I'm going to have to hope that he is an effective murderer. Good enough. So this guy can't quite lob far enough. But I bet if I ran here... Now I should be able to lob far enough. What? What the hell was that? Come on. suck, dude. You suck. So, even if I did... Arg. Oh, I can't sneak move for some reason. Oh, probably because I'm already sighted. So, this guy's likely to die. But he's in between, so hopefully this chick will take, or the alchemist will take, I don't know if it's a chick or not, but hopefully the alchemist will take the brunt of the damage. I really want to get him dead, though. That's not going to be enough. Oh, it says 90% chance to hit. Yes! So hopefully the little guy will attack the alchemist. Yay! And now everybody can attack that thing and it will be dead shortly. Very shortly. Okay.
That went better than I expected.
Well done. I knew you'd have a knack for this.
I don't know if that went better than I expected, but it went. And I only lost one guy, so you know, that's something. So we got 2 levels up. Oh, cool. A follow-up shot, which is cool. And a charge that I've already unlocked and lost. That's interesting, though. Okay. Well, I'm going to end it here, but first I'll just recap. As I was saying before, it's interesting that they have enemies that steal XP. I've seen XP on death being lost in games of this sort, well, RPGs specifically. But in this game, death is permanent. So, you know, you lose it, a guy dies, he's dead. That's not totally uncommon, especially for this style of tactical game. But it is interesting that people are supposed to be expendable. You know, you're supposed to be happy with the thought of losing them. And my understanding is, once they get old enough, they kind of retire, and then they help breed the new generation of heroes. So people are gonna die, but the best ones that do survive then create children that are more capable than their predecessors. So it's an interesting concept that kind of plays with death in a fun way that, you know, might make it feel less, you know, less terrible than it did in XCOM. But overall, it looks like a fun game. I would say don't pre-order it, buy it when it comes out. I mean, I did the Kickstarter, I wanted to give them funding. That's great and all, but at this point, it's very close to release from the looks of it. I don't know when it's going to be released, but it looks like it's pretty close. You know, maybe 6 months down the line or something like that. And I would say probably buy it then. Don't buy it now. But it looks good. I mean, the cutscenes were kind of rough. I could tell the audio hadn't been fully done, and the visuals were kind of plain. And there's a lot of room for growth there, but I think they're focusing on core gameplay more than anything. But overall, I like it. It's interesting. So, you know, hope you like this video. It's the first one of the solos. I'm not used to talking to myself. Well, I am, but normally nobody is capable of listening, I hope, except the government. They're always listening. Always listening. So yeah, if you like it, great. Otherwise, well, go watch something else. I don't care. Bye! I wanted to add an addendum to the end of this video. I just got off a bender of playing this game. After I stopped recording, I kept playing. It's like 4 hours later. The game is really good. It does some really interesting things in the turn-based strategy realm. It also does some pretty standard things, which all combine for a fun game. After playing it, if you really like the turn-based strategy games and are okay with the fact that you may be getting an incomplete game, and if you start playing it now, you might kind of not feel like playing it once it does come out, which would kind of be a negative. If you're okay with that, I say go ahead and pre-order this sucker and get the early access beta, because it's fun. It's really well laid out. I didn't even show you all the like civilization management stuff that comes out after you finish the first fight, which adds a lot, and the houses and all that stuff make for very interesting gameplay. And I didn't notice something. You can go back and look at the video. When I was reviewing this video, for editing purposes, I noticed that in the D section, when I was choosing my Vanguard, there was actually a flag in there called Davis, and it was the Giant Bomb logo. Evidently, some guys, I think it was Brad of the Giant Bomb crew, went in and paid to have the Davis line in there for Ryan Davis, who was a giant bomber, who unfortunately died a year or two ago. He was a cool guy, very funny. It was very sad, and I completely missed it. I felt so bad when I realized I had missed that completely, because I would have totally chosen it. It, of course, would have been my first pick had I seen it. And there's probably other cool stuff hidden in there. There's so many. I am guarantee you people have hidden interesting things in there. But yeah, just go back in the video where I look at the D section of the Vanguard, and you'll see the Giant Bomb logo with the name Davis underneath it. You can either buy the game and check out what that means to have a Vanguard, or you can go the Giant Bomb forums. There's a post about it. I looked it up after I noticed it in the video. It was like, hey, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a cool game. I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably end up playing it a ton more. I fucked up royally in the beginning, and that means this run is probably dead from the start, but despite that, I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm willing to see how far it goes. It is kind of like XCOM. I keep comparing it to that, but there are a lot of similarities in that if you screw up in the beginning, it does kind of carry on later. You might be able to recover it, but chances are, if you make some massive mistakes in the beginning, you are just SOL. You're behind the curve the entire game. I think I'm catching back up, but I may be just, getting to where I should have been a long time ago. But that's alright. I'm enjoying it. It'll be fun. If I end up losing, then hey, I get to see what it's like when you lose the game. If I end up making it, then great. So, anyways, just wanted to add this. Really cool game. Maybe should wait till it's actually released, because maybe we shouldn't be encouraging people to release unfinished games and then spend a million years trying to finish them and maybe never happening, and then you never see a complete game, because I've got so many games that I pre-ordered, played the beta, and then never touched the finished game. I kind of hate that. I was holding off on this, but I saw someone else on my Steam list playing it and just decided to go for it. So, I don't know. It's up to you whether or not you want to buy it. But I think it's a lot of fun. If you really like the XCOM style games, this would be an interesting twist on something you already enjoy, and maybe you're okay with the fact that the story maybe isn't complete, or maybe there's certain things that would come up, or that won't come up, that will in the final game. I don't know. But either way, alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.